Hi, welcome to Trebons. Come on, up. Ah, here we go. So we're with the Blanc-Lola. Are you all coming? Yes, you are. Hello. And one's following the cameraman. So, I've got a good relationship with the dogs. They're 4 weeks of age today. And I'm not using food on my hands or anything like that for attraction. We've been working on that build-up, that relationship. As you remember in last week's video, I was using the food to get the attraction, or the smell of food on my hand. But now we've got, they know who I am. And I've got two over there by the camera. Come. So we've got a good attraction coming on. So we've been working on basically that and sound for the last week. Between 3 weeks and sort of 4.5 weeks, what you're seeing is the puppy for what it actually is. Before outdoor influences, their natural instincts, what they are. And also the influence on the mother. We're quite fierce. Hello everyone. So that's what we've been working on. And just to see what they actually are, and between, as I say, 3 and 4 weeks, that's what the puppy is. Basic before we start influencing it, and it has experiences of the world and thinking for itself. So we've been practicing the sound. So again, it's with a balloon, and this is just hello. But again, it's important to attract their attention, so when it does go off, well, we don't get anything. You must that's a funny thing. So they don't get any untoward reaction, and they accept the sound. And that's why we do it, and we've been doing it all week. That's the main thing, and different sounds, high pitch, low pitch. It's just a demonstration. This is what we see with the puppies when we first went into the room last week. That is the imprinting, the way their puppies were. They're very studious. And now we're conditioning. That's something else. We're conditioning them for the sound. Yeah. And if you want to carry on with that, if you want, it sounds. And start again. If gunshots and that sort of noise, and you want to protect your dog from it and get it used to it, we have started the conditioning process for it. It's something you carry on doing, of course. And just a balloon will do it. Occasionally you fire off a balloon. If you don't do it, then the conditioning response is going to be lessened all the time. So I've got this puppy marked, as you can see on the tail, and I marked this puppy here on the back. The reason I marked these two puppies was because they stood out to me. This one especially, she has been absolutely the first in everything. The last week when we were doing it, making the initial noise round thing, she was one of the first puppies up there. She wasn't the first, but she was one of the first to follow the sound round. But when we took the box away, she was actually the first puppy to actually explore all 4 corners of the room. And when we had our first visitors, we've had a number of visitors, and she's been the first up every single time. This puppy here is not far behind her. She's a little bit more intense in the way she's doing things. She's a little bit more intense. This one's a little bit gentler. And I do have another puppy marked. Where are you? It is one over there, I think. I'm pretty certain. Yes. And she is, I'll tell you if it's that one, I'm pretty certain it is, yes. She's got a mark on her belly. The reason she's marked is because when I first noticed we had visitors, etc., she wasn't going forward. Yep. Didn't appear scared, she wasn't going forward. The second time we had visitors, she did go up to them and then just walked away and does her own thing. And just like now, she's doing her own thing. And again, yep, she's got the blue mark on the belly. She's far more independent, as you can see. She's doing her own thing. That's why I marked her, because she stood out. And at first I'm thinking, okay, she's scared of people or whatever, but it's not. She is far more independent and far more doing her own thing. And as you saw there, easy to spot because she's off in her own world doing whatever. So these are the 3 puppies I've marked. I've seen nothing really untoward. As I say, wasn't sure with this one whether it was because she was scared when we first had people coming in that she wasn't going up to them or showing interest in them. The second people we had, she was okay with, but again, wasn't with them too long. And when she's with me, I mean, she'll be playing, and then she's just off. Something else has taken her attention. So in that respect, she's far more independent. And, yeah, it's just different to the rest. These 2 are at the top at the moment. These guys are sort of there, and this one is something a little bit different again. So that'll be interesting. And she's pretty fierce as well. So she's pretty independent. And she's got a temper on her, this one. So anyway, that's the work we've been doing. As I say, when we're going to do the jam litter, you're going to see we're going to do exactly the same exercise as we did last week. And you're going to see a different response to what we have for these. Here, these guys are just sitting here, they're studious, they're waiting for instruction, as it were. The jams are a little bit more up on their toes, but this is because of the imprinting the mother's done. The mother was very, very firm with these puppies, so it's almost as if they're waiting instruction. This one doesn't wait for any instructions, that's whatever she wants, but in general, this is hello. It's almost as if they're waiting for instruction, and if you see the first video, that is the last week's video, that's more or less what it appeared they were doing. You're going to see the jams, and I think you're going to see a more immediate response, so we should do. So that's the Lola litter this week.